Both in the 231s, the first driver to put any lap in the 231 so far. Trouble! Oh, what a crash! What a terrible crash!
Up and over, car flipped. Came back, up and over.
That was a hard hit. He's fine.
By far the fastest of the day at over 231 miles per hour, and then this, a frightening crash. Worst I can recall in many, many years. And for Sebastian Bourdais, we were so pleased to see him immediately moving the
attempt at an unprecedented fifth 500 win hit a snag when he suffered his second crash at Indy in as many years.
While I was sliding upside down the back straightaway, my feet and legs were killing me from the impact. I'm still struggling, trying to get my breath back. And the pavement's running by, you know, still 70, 80, 90 mile an hour. And I've got fluids running in on me. And I'm waiting for it to...
So Sato gets loose, and Dario's got nowhere to go. That is a thundering blow.
Yeah.
Before, and we hate to see that kind of impact.
Sato,
oh boy!
Well,
look at the debris go through. Oh boy! And oh, fencing. Yeah, it does look like there might be some debris into the grandstands as well.
Oh, the pole sitter doesn't get going. Oh!
There is not a worse place to stall than at the start of a race.
But at that short time span, Eddie, it's just about impossible.
Hunter Ray did an exceptional job missing him.
And that's...
Munoz is the one that decided to change lane from the right to left.
Yes.
And when he did that, he blocked the view of the cars behind him, and they found themselves with a stopped car in the middle.
Just needs to stay in front and win, as you mentioned, Paul. He needs the bad luck for Dixon to fall back to make this all happen. And he's got to be thinking inside his cockpit right now. Inside his helmet.
big crash! Major incident.
Here is the replay of what happened. Breck on the high side of Thomas Schechter down the backstretch. At the end of the backstretch, there's the contact, and Breck's car up into the wall. Incident here a few years ago in which he sustained very severe leg damage. The catch fence keeping the car contained inside the racetrack.
When all of a sudden backwards, I felt the car start taking off, and that's where I'm like, oh snap, this is gonna hurt. I closed my eyes to that point because I didn't know what's going to happen, and when I opened, I was actually not quite understanding.
He doesn't really use the safety fencing. He lands on top of it.
Obviously, part of the car got into it to rip it open, right?
Yes, he landed. Yeah. Oh, I have never witnessed an accident like that.
You know, we talked about the number 3 of Elio Castroneves going underneath Scott Dixon's car. Remember, it was Elio a few years ago that ended up going airborne between turns 1 and 2 and walked away from that incident as well. We see how Scott Dixon was thrown around.
And the 79th running of the Indy 500 is underway as Scott Goodyear sweeps across the outside and into the lead. Ari Luyendyk ducks into second place. And we've got a car into the wall. Right off of the first turn, 2 cars tangled. One of them is Eddie Cheever. The other looked to be Stan Fox. And the front end of one car cut away. The rest of the field slows.
All right, Paul, in turn 2 we can see debris, the main bad thing. Debris, broken race cars, laying all over this race track. Clear down into turn 2, all the way from turn 1, clear down here. There's Dan Fox setting.
Anything until we actually have it confirmed.
You can see as we look at this second replay how many tires and suspension pieces began to come off the cars right away and affect cars that really were not part of the original accident at all.
Mark, right there. The car burst into flames.
Oh my God, a terrible crash. I think it's Danny Ungaius. I think it's Ungaius, Jack.
And the driver's in the car, Jimmy, still in the car. I can see he's sitting upright. In fact, his
He's not
feet,
moving.
Feet are outside the car. The car is on fire. Luckily, the flame, I think, is...
Wow, horrifying accident. Look at the car going in the air.
Mike Conway getting underneath Ryan Hunter-Reay into the catch fence and the north end. Wow.
Into the catch fence. Here it is again. Replay. Watch this. Another replay. It's Mike Conway, airborne, into the catch fence.
A horrible crash has occurred here in turn 4. We do not know the car involved. He spun coming off of turn number 3, hit the inside retaining wall very hard. The car flipped over several times, and it is now upside down with the driver still in it.
Journalist turned driver Patrick Bedard survives an incredible crash after his car explodes into pieces down the backstretch.
It was one of the most terrific. I mean, you couldn't find the car. You basically couldn't see the car.
There's trouble on the main straightaway. Don Davis spins and comes to a stop in front of 160-mile-an-hour traffic. The crowd shouts a warning, sensing that more trouble is coming, as Davis, a rookie, is slow leaving his car. He seems stunned and bewildered. Look out! Another rookie, A.J. Shepard, is out of control. Five cars tangle and come to a halt at the...
Was going flat out when his car clipped a wall as he prepared for the start of time trials for the race.
Obviously, everybody's in race trim, everybody's running together, so finally we got some track time. I just obviously we hate to see what happened to Hinch today.
Eldon Rasmussen, number 58, is in the yellow car, coming around turn number 2. And oh, we've got an Ash Leva! It's on the wall, he goes into a terrible slip, and we have a fire. The engine is ripped from the back of the car and comes tumbling across. A.J. Foyt was right behind him. He was able to avoid it.
Piquet had spent the morning putting up the 6th best time of the day with a speed of more than 228 miles per hour. This is his first appearance at Indy, and he'll remember it for some time. On the crash, he sustained multiple fractures to both lower legs and feet in the accident, as well as suffering a concussion. The impact...
Here comes Guerrero. He loses it. He just loses it. Whoa! Up so high over the top of the camera.
And those two guys were, look at that. The force in that just took those unbelievable accidents.
Now that hit on the fence, and he hit the protective barrier at the end of the pit wall.
Now, Bob, I have hit that, and as you can see, it really looks dramatic. But the one good thing, when you see the car impact that, that's a styrofoam barrier. Here we are with the camera right on the edge of that attenuator. Now,
Andretti was on the final run of the day, only seconds behind Kenny Breck in turn 1. Breck crashed coming out of the turn. Mario came up on the accident while running at 220 miles an hour, and he hit some debris. And then he held on. He rode out one spectacular crash. Mario walked away with only a nick on his chin about the size of a pin.
It'll be hard to get the car out of the way. Wow, look at that thing. Oh my goodness. Well, what happened?